BigHMW.com, World Headquarters at Bishop Park. This is the Atari Report, 7800 edition with Ray Jackson.
Good evening, everybody. On this edition of the Atari Report, we take a look at a new rendition of a 1982 arcade classic about America's favorite pipe-smoking, spinach-eating sailor man. Ladies and gentlemen, Darryl Guenther's masterpiece, Popeye, for the Atari 7800 ProSystem.
He's strong to the finish, 'cause he eats his spinach. He's Popeye the Sailor Man, and for the first time nearly 40 years after it was released by Nintendo in 1982 in the arcade, finally Popeye the Sailor is available for the Atari 7800 ProSystem. And what a job Darryl Guenther did on this masterpiece. He, along with an all-star cast, allowed this arcade classic to finally come to life on the 7800 ProSystem. And I gotta tell you, I love what I see here already on the graphics. I mean, you don't have this kind of introduction, this kind of opening on any of the other versions. And believe me, I played the 5200 version and the 8-bit version. You don't get anywhere near this with any of those. I gotta tell you, this is well done at that too. And yes, there's a high score graphic as well. But I gotta tell you, everybody loves this arcade game here. Of course, you gotta put up with Popeye catching all those hearts from olive oils, dropping them right down towards them, all while trying to avoid the evil Bluto, or Brutus, depending on what generation of Popeye you're from. And yes, you got your spinach there, and that's when you can let Brutus have a handful. And right there, I did exactly that. Of course, you got the bucket you can kick on his head. And that's where he's really vulnerable. But yes, you have to retrieve all the hearts. And yes, you got to avoid the beer bottles from the sea hag as well. You got to avoid those beer bottles, or else you end up just like that. But I got to tell you, I mean, this is a perfect version of Popeye. I got to tell you. I mean, yes, you like I said, you got that little bucket there. Watch what happens. See? Right there. That's how you earn bonus points. Of course, you got to knock out those beer bottles the sea hag will throw at you, all while avoiding Brutus or Bluto, depending on what generation of Popeye you're from, all along the way. And you got to retrieve those hearts. And if you let one go down below too far or too soon or too long, olive oil starts to let you have an earful here and there. And believe me, she'll let you have an earful. Just ask my ex about this one time here and there. But I gotta tell you, 2 thumbs up. Darryl Guenther has done a fantastic job at transferring this arcade classic to the 7800, and it's very well done at that. Highly recommended, top notch.
Well, guys, what do you think? I gotta tell you, Darryl Guenther has shot his wallet up with this particular game. This is one of the main reasons why you get a Concerto multi-card and an Atari 7800 ProSystem as a set together. Because this game is highly recommended amongst them all. Because I played almost all the versions of Popeye that have come out, at least for the Atari systems. The 2600, the 5200, the 8-bit edition, and this particular one. And by far, this was the best that I've played so far. And I know my gaming may not be up to speed right now, but it'll get there. It'll get there in the short future. I mean, I'm a little bit rusty after a couple of decades on the sidelines, of course. But 2 thumbs up on this game all the way. I have the download available on the AtariH.com forums. You click on the link down below, and it'll take you right to the latest and greatest download for it as well. 2 thumbs up all the way. This is one reason why retro gaming still rules to this very day, and how underrated the 7800 system was when it first came out, and how well legendary it has become ever since. Well, that's game over for this edition of the Atari Report. So for all of us here at BigHMW.com World Headquarters, I'm Ray Jackson wishing you good gaming and good night.